Right, so Theo, big one today.
Oh,
now, no, honestly. So, obviously, we have been receiving your guys' deep, dark questions and confessions via our askjoetheo@gmail.com email address. And basically, we're just going to address one. And this one is dodgy, like it just is. Okay. So I'm going to read it out.
Dodgy.
Obviously, we don't say any names. Nothing gets said about who it's from. But this is it. So it goes. When I was younger, my... No. This is sensitive. So obviously, naturally, because we're shocked, we're going to laugh. But this is a serious thing. Okay. It is. So... when I was okay.
Like such twats.
I know. I need to stop because this is.
No, because this person is fully written in.
I know.
Like, why are they laughing?
But this is the thing because we want to be taken seriously, bruv. Right, so when I was younger, my primary teacher made me sit on his lap. I'm way older now, but haven't told my family or friends. I only just remembered and thought about how dodgy he was. And that I can only see it as funny now.
Oh, that's right.
But what do you think, lads? What do you think I should do? Tell people? So, honestly, obviously, this is actually quite a serious thing.
So, how old are they?
I don't know. There's no age. All it says is from little birdie. That's what it says. That's what it...
Okay, so there's two ways of looking at it.
Yeah.
One way, this teacher, dodgy nonce. The other way, there's no sexual thing at all. It's not weird. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. Should a teacher ever be allowed to have a child on his lap? Like, what reason? But if he says there was nothing further than just the lap situation, then maybe it was a harmless thing. Maybe he was just going, what a sweet little boy. Like, no, I'm not trying to be a dickhead. But like maybe he was just like, I'm going to let this boy sit on me. No, I need to stop doing that. I do. But maybe it was harmless because, bruv, it is serious in that this does go on. Like this does in terms of like the how it is, you know, there are pedos out there.
What if the teacher was a female?
Well, he says he.
But in this situation.
That's the thing of, for men, people feel like almost have a preconception. Oh, it must be dodgy. But if a female teacher was to do that, they're like, oh, it's fine. Obviously, in a school in our area, a female pupil who was 16, I think, or 15,
I didn't know about this,
had a relationship with her teacher, her male teacher, and they did one and they ran to a different country. And just sort of ran away from everyone because they did actually like have a relationship together.
That's dodgy.
And it is dodgy. They obviously, I think they ended it, but like that happened. And obviously the male teacher, that's awful. That's terrible. But how do you think it would be perceived if it was a woman teacher and then a male student? Everyone would be like, oh, what a lad, what a legend. Like, wouldn't they? But it's still being a paedophile.
I mean, yeah, technically it is.
It is.
But, so I think in America, they're cracking down on these cases a lot more in terms of if the teacher is female, they're going to be charged the same as a male.
Yeah, because it does need to be equal.
But I think in the past, they would get let off slightly more, right?
Really?
I think so.
See, that's inequality. That is.
It's just, I don't know, it's such a weird one. But going back to the actual topic,
yeah.
I think it's very much so subjective to the moment. So say I'm the teacher, and you're the little boy, and I go, all right, come up to the board to give your answer.
Yeah.
Come sit on my lap and give me your answer.
Well,
that's dodgy.
That
right?
is 100%.
That's dodgy. But there could have been a situation where it was just like natural and like normal and be okay to sit on the teacher's lap.
But when? How? Go give me an instance.
What happens if he was upset and just wanted a bit of comforting?
I wouldn't say sit on my lap as a teacher. I don't think that's appropriate. Mate, if imagine your kid like comes back and say, Daddy. No, wait. No, says, Father. So, stop. He says, look, Mr. Burns. made me sit on his lap today, you'd go, fucking what? You'd go mental. And you'd deal with him appropriately. No, you would. You would actually get involved.
I feel like I'm trying to argue, like...
You're trying to justify the pedo. And I don't think that's okay, mate. I think this kiddie, what you should do is talk about it with your family and friends. There's nothing wrong with that. Obviously, it's retrospective. It happened when you were at school and you're no longer. But definitely talk about it because it is something that I think happens. It happens more than we think. And, you know, I watched like the Jimmy Savile documentary, bruv. And how people just... turned a blind eye because he was Jimmy Savile. Some people may think, oh, because it's my teacher, I can't really, it's just, you know, I don't know. And I feel like people, if ever you feel something weird is happening, talk about it. Please just talk about it because, you know, your mum, anyone, because there is a chance that it might not be okay. There may be a chance that, okay, it's harmless, but still something that like, as serious as that needs to be spoken about.
I know he said he can laugh about it now.
Yeah.
But maybe it is worth him going back and seeing, was it a one-off?
Yeah.
Did it happen to other kids?
Yeah, because then you might find out, like, it's happened to others.
As a kid, you may not know, like, you are getting abused.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's the thing.
So at the time, he may have been like, oh, this is normal.
Yeah.
And you've sort of tricked yourself in your mind, because obviously your memories change over time. You think, oh yeah, it was just fine. Yeah. But then now he's coming to realise it was a bit dodgy.
Yeah, because that's what a lot of people in, like, say, the Jimmy Savile thing, the documentary say. They're like, at the time, oh, it was just normal. It was mine and Jimmy's, like, little thing that we did. You know, it's just, you know, I know, but it's so easy to manipulate a child and it is disgusting. So, yeah, man, I think, like, it's horrible and it's the worst thing you can imagine to happen, especially like if you have a child. But yeah, man, I know, like, without getting too dark, like, I think, mate, the bottom line is talk about it 100%, even now.
Yeah.
Yeah? Nice one.